Montana, so that's about 2,000 miles that way, if that's west. And yeah, so I live in Mather House, which is down by the river. It's funny, Mather was built in the 1970s during like all the riots and such, so it's grenade proof. So it's not like all these beautiful brick buildings on campus, it's cement, but it's okay. But here we're in the most beautiful part of Harvard, and that's Harvard Yard. And so right now we're at the corner of the yard, and all these houses around here are residential houses for freshmen, so that's first year students, except there are 2.5 exceptions, so you guys want to remember that. And just some fun facts about Harvard. Harvard was founded in 1636 by the Massachusetts Bay Colony, and the idea originally was to have a college to teach priests and ministers, because they thought in like the new colony what they needed most above all else was religion. And so it started out that way, and in 1638 John Harvard, who was a local priest, gave about 400 books and this plot of land, and Harvard was so thankful that they named the school after them. But we've come a really long way since then. In 1879, Radcliffe College was founded, and that was the first women's college in this area. And the thing is, Radcliffe College was founded about 3/4 of a mile up the road. And the idea was that the professors in the morning, those birds are loud. In the morning, the professors would give like a full lecture down here to the men, and then in the afternoon they'd walk up and give a more watered down version of lectures to the women. And I think this is ridiculous because my brother goes here and I get way better grades than he does. Don't tell him I told you. Anyway, but in 1943, men and women at Harvard started taking classes together, and that's pretty much a result of World War II. There just weren't enough men to fill the classes. And in 1999, actually, Radcliffe was entirely absorbed by Harvard. There are still some remnants of the Radcliffe name in different clubs and different libraries, but now it's all under the umbrella of Harvard. And we've come a long way showing that in 2008, Drew Faust became our president, and she was the first woman president of Harvard University. So now we are here today. It's like in 1972 is when co-ed housing began in Harvard, and it was called the Great Experiment because they thought it was going to fail miserably. But now all houses are co-ed, so that means boys and girls live together. They don't share the same room, but they're on the same floors and such in all the dorms. Okay, so that's just a little information about Harvard. If you guys have any questions whatsoever when asking about academics, activities, just what it's like to be a student, feel free to ask me. Like I said, the tour is going to be about 45 minutes to an hour, and then at the end of it I can give you directions to anywhere you need to go. So we're going to head off in this direction now.